We are here today with Laura, and Laura's just, she's just living her best life in California today. She's just chilling out in California. So, Laura, what is do you have a big burning question or do you just want me to dive in?
Let's dive in.
Okay. So, I do know that Laura's been on a bit of an explorer for the past couple of weeks. I think it's been about two. Has it been two or three at this point?
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks. And I feel like there's this artistic inspiration that has come up, that there's been a desire to get back to your creative side, and that you've been thinking about, for some reason, I have front doors in my head. Are you designing front doors? Oh, wait, don't answer that. And so I feel like there's some maybe it's the doors opening to the artistic thing. Hold on, let me explore what the front door is about.
Okay.
I'm definitely hearing designing art. And I'm definitely like getting into like your artistic expression and allowing your artistic expression to override your fear and your doubt about whether or not people will be into your art, right? Like allowing it to be its own thing.
Mhm.
I think you've bumped into a couple of people who have kind of piqued your interest in not collaboration so much as a more as a vehicle of how you could show your art. And that they've been people who've been like, you've been like, oh, I could talk to this person about possibly like showing my stuff in their studio, or they have like this little cute little shop and my stuff would fit really well in this corner of her space or their space. Um, I also see you diving back into your need for nature. I think that there's been a
Mhm.
time for you, you've been sitting back and you've been like, you know what? I moved off. So I know this. I know this isn't intuitive. This is not an intuitive sentence. I moved off of Yosemite's property and I now live 5 miles out, 8 miles out, right?
23.
23. And so I feel like that moving out of the park has actually been in some ways hurtful for you. Like you feel like you're missing out on something and that there's like a little bit lost in not being on that property, and there's some thoughts that you're having about what does nature look like daily for me, because I'm not having my regular nature bathing that I was having when I lived in the park. Because when you lived in the park, you just walked outside and you were like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Whereas it's not as quick and easy to access where you are. And so there's some thoughts about how do I tap into that nature thing that I love so much.
Definitely. Been working that.
Um, yeah, I think those are my two thoughts at the moment. For some reason I had the word kids pop in my head, but I'm pretty certain you don't have kids. And I don't think
Yeah,
your
yeah.
husband has kids.
We do have a great grandbaby.
Okay.
Kind of skipped the whole parenthood thing and went right to grandkids.
Um, and I do sense that there's like some tender love for that, right? There's some tender love and wanting to make space for that as well. Like in the processing that you've been doing in the traveling the last 3 weeks, or how do I create more space for me and my need for nature and my artistic side. And I feel like it's more of a coming back to that Laura's coming back into Laura.
Yay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what is with the front door? I totally saw front doors. What is with the front doors?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
Okay.
Um, I was visiting a friend yesterday and I definitely was admiring their front door yesterday.
Was it
I was
like
just
shabby chic painted, like chalk painted door where like you could still see some of the wood underneath?
yeah, it was kind of a worn door, but it's just like we totally remodeled the whole house, but we did not do doors. And my neighbor has done all the doors in their house, and I kind of thought that's an idea to explore. It might give the house a new, fresh look, having a new door.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I, like I said, with the artistic stuff, I feel like you're also like looking to open streams of income. Like, how do I open some streams of income that's more, that's not that it's not a ton of energy, but let's be honest, like, so Laura was our van driver into Yosemite and was our van driver like around upstate, well, mid-state California, right?
Yep,
And so that is high energy for you though.
it is.
And it's a lot of time and it's a showing up early and staying late at times and it's a lot of like Laura pouring out Laura. So like I asked her for stories all the time. I was just like, Laura, tell me another story, right? Like
I got
I,
lots of them.
yeah, I want another Yosemite story. But I feel like if you could find that revenue stream, kind of like the artistic side that feeds you as you do it, and it feeds that need that you have for quiet, because there's definitely, for as outgoing as you are, and as much of a people person as you are, there's this side of you that desires and craves and needs silence
Definitely.
and quiet and being grounded with nature. And so if there's an artistic thing that might include plant life, maybe includes
Hmm.
plant life. I just had the word
Interesting.
horticulture go through my head.
Wow.
And so maybe that's the artistic expression, is that you are like, I don't know, creating
Ooh,
succulent things,
I
right?
do have a few succulent things going on.
Right? Or you're
I
creating, maybe
do
maybe it's something with driftwood too.
definitely have some of that. I have the succulents on the driftwood.
Yeah. Like right, like yeah, so taking things and putting them together and finding new life with them.
Hmm.
And I think that will also be inspiring for you, as well as possibly lucrative in these like connections that you're making as you're traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Nice. Love it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Anything else for me? Anything specific?
Oh, I can't think of anything else. Um, I definitely want to show you where I'm at.
Sure,
If
go for it.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn this camera around though. Oh well, I'll just turn around. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, so this water comes here from Wyoming, over 1,000 miles, and they found it by accident. It's really healthy, healing waters that I'm going to have my husband sit in the next couple days and try to get some energy back into his life. So that's where I'm at.
Well, that's so exciting.
Yeah,
So these are the springs that you were talking about going up into
yeah.
Wyoming for, or going up into California because they come from Wyoming?
Well, they come from Wyoming. Like the world's largest hot spring is in Thermopolis, Wyoming. And that water is traveling underground here to California to the ocean. And it stops here. I'm in Paso Robles right now. It stops here and it stops in a few other places in California. And we found with my husband being so ill, this really helps him. And this is about all he has energy for is these healing waters. We'll just spend the next couple days here trying to get him healed, some energy in him. But yeah, great minerals, trace minerals, magnesium, sulfur, all those great minerals for your body just to soak up. That's what we're going to do the next couple days.
This does not sound bad.
No, no, no. You should try it. It's amazing. Much our last trip consisted of 11 hot springs. So,
Something, I'm sorry, you cut out there. Something about 11 hot
and
springs.
Yeah, our last road trip, we did 11 different hot springs. This one so far, this is our third on this road trip in the last couple weeks.
Okay. That's so
Yeah,
exciting.
it is.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, Laura.
Thank you. I look forward to it. I joined up to your podcast. I look forward to hearing more of it. So, yeah, thanks
Great.
for having me. And it was so amazing meeting you. And if you ever get this way again, I'd love to show you more.
Sounds great.